Damn, that fridge is loud as shit. That's what happens when you buy a junky fridge. It's the sunroom fridge, it's not the main fridge, but damn, I mean, all it does take a little bit of fucking insulation. They could quiet that shit down. Anyways, let's start with, it is Thursday, July 3rd at 7:02 a.m. Thursday, July 3rd. Alright. Thursday, mile walk and back. Now, as you know, I've been having blood, obviously. I always basically have shit blood, even if I'm not having a flare or not, right? Ulcerative colitis flare. I had a flare at the beginning of this year, cleared it up with a prednisone cycle. I think I've got the end of that when I first started recording these or posting them. And then a couple weeks later, or a month or two later, I jumped on prednisone again for another flare, which I thought. And even when I jumped on the prednisone and before I jumped on the prednisone the second time, something just didn't feel right, like it wasn't a flare. But I was having a fair amount of blood, right? Cleared whatever up, basically, but I still had blood the whole time. Even at the end when I cycled off the prednisone, I still had a little blood, right? And I basically had blood on and off more than usual all the way up till now. In the past couple of days, especially yesterday, when I didn't work out, like I told you before, every time I don't work out, my symptoms seem to be a little worse. So yes, the past like 2 days, 2 days ago, I crapped about, 6-7 times with a fair amount of blood. And yesterday it was like a typical flare, like, right? You shit 10 to 12 times or more a day and you blood all day long. Well, there's a couple things that are off, right? Like, normally when I have a flare, I don't have any solid poop, period. No solid poop at all. It's always, the poop's liquid with blood mixed, right? Or mainly blood, right? But usually it's a blend of like I know it's gross to say it, but bear with me here. It's like a slurry diarrhea mixed with blood, right? Well, it still seems to be acting different, right? Like it's like I still have solid bowel movements, solid poop with blood. And it's always real red blood. Normally when I have a flare, I have a mixture of red blood and black blood, which is, black blood just means it's older blood that's further up. It comes, your digestive thing goes up, around like this. Well, black blood usually is like blood that was like more by your appendix and in this area here, right? Which means you got ulcers over there bleeding, and then it takes a while for the blood, and then it turns black when it comes, because it's older. But this is red. This is like fresh out of my body red. Plus I'm having, again, hard poop with it, which is not normal as well. So, and which I thought months ago that damn hemorrhoid, right? Hemorrhoids bleed, right? And I've had this one for I think a couple of years now, this bastard. I had one prior years ago, but it went away, right? This one is just a pain in the ass, right? And I can't really do anything about this damn thing. I haven't really gone to see anybody for it, but every time I read something or even ask a doctor or whatever, because of my blood issue and taking warfarin, doing something about it would be a real pain in the ass, no pun intended. So I don't know how, if anyone knows how to get rid of a hemorrhoid naturally. Yes, I've heard of do the sitz bath thing, do it as much, do it, and it helps out. If not, gets rid of them, Don't push, witch hazel, all that stuff. But if anybody knows a little secret that I haven't thought of, which I pretty much thought of most and tried most, I haven't really tried sitz bath repeatedly, because it's a real pain in the ass sitting in a couple inches of water every once in a while. It's not really something you can do constantly, unless you have a nice setup to do it, but it's keeping shit sterile is the whole like key to all that shit too. But my heart rate's still basically around normal, so I've shit a lot of fucking blood the past couple of months. But again, up your B vitamin complex, take your iron, get your electrolytes, keep your fluids up. Your blood, the fluid in your blood replaces itself within, 48 hours, they say. 48 to 36 hours, your fluid can be replaced, but the red blood cells takes weeks to a month for the red blood cells to be replaced. But again, up your supplements, up your vitamins, so you can speed that process up a little bit. And you can. Because I have returned to normal a lot quicker, right? Back, it feels a little bit better today. It was really flaring the past few days. Humidity has been peeling back throughout the day more. I haven't really thought about my back too much. I'm more focused on my damn bowels right now. So I've been tinkering with my diet, trying to see, cause I'm bound and determined to find something naturally, not just to stop flares, which again, I don't think this is a flare, but I'm trying to do this all naturally or in a more healthy way instead of just take those fucking garbage medications, because those things are understudied and they're just pissed out of these companies just to make a shit ton of money, right? It's like a shit loop, we're getting poisoned with all this poison in our air, water, and food. We're getting poisoned, and then we have to loop back to the pharmaceutical industry for these garbage medicines. It's almost like whoever's doing this has some kind of shit loop going here, where they're benefiting 100% off basically people living in agony and dying. So, and again, I've said this in the past, if I ever find out who you are, let's just hope I never meet you. That's all I'll say to that. But, and I'm not just for my benefit, for, humanity's benefit, all these people around the world living in absolute hell. Living a nightmare, basically. And then dying in nightmarish ways as well because of greedy psychopaths. Anyways, moving on. Let's do my walk. And so it's a mile walking back today, so thank God my back's feeling a little bit better. But I'm going to, again, how do you feel before, during, and after each rep, set, exercise, and workout in general, and then life as a whole. Continually evaluating your body. But even more so, especially if you got shit active going on with you, continually monitoring your stuff, right? The walk, I shouldn't have an issue with. A walk's a walk, right? And I'll know if there's a strain on my circulatory system due to the loss of blood with the walk. But I don't feel too bad. I actually feel pretty good. Still a lot of color in my skin and everything, so I really haven't lost too much blood. Even if you were to see the shit I'm dumping the past 2 months, But weights, again, I'll have to evaluate myself during the walk, after the walk, and when I start the weights. And as you know before, I am in the upswing of hitting harder weights now, but I'm going to evaluate that and see how hard I can go and should go. Not too much that I want to go, because I want to go hard and heavy, but how much should I go without not damaging myself, just putting too much stress and strain on my body for my workout due to I already have enough stress and strain on my body due to my whatever the fuck is going on. This just doesn't feel like normal flareage, right? Normal flares is I've had a lot of them in the past, and it does not feel like a normal flare. So I'm still evaluating myself to figure out what I can do, how I can do it, and then report it back to you. So hopefully it helps you as well. So let's get to the mile walk. But yeah, I might as well do this, right? I have the ability to do this, right? Not have to, worry too much about a lot of stuff, which I'm unbelievably grateful for, but not going on any of these shitty medications as well, because yeah, I'd rather not like get all kinds of other autoimmune and deadly illnesses because of those stupid medications, because people just want to make a lot of money off you. So no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. You all can eat my nuts. And since coconut water rocked my world the past 2 times I worked out, bing, I'm doing this again today, baby. Oh. Damn, you're one heavy ass bitch. Okay. Alright. Clear skies. I have a tingle that I'm gonna pee again, so I better hurry the fuck up here. No weight on my walk. I gotta make sure I'm feeling more with it on the ball, you know. Okay. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but we'll go here. Wet the throat and mouth. Okay. Alright. Make sure this is snug but not tight. And my eczema is in the clear up stage right now, so whatever was going on, flare otherwise, is and along with the way my back feels, that stuff seems to be getting better, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on with him, but my back and my hands, the eczema and my ankylosing are pretty self-explanatory. So, alright. Okay, he's always on display. He's connected to him. He's there. Got that. I need to do my laundry with, no, I don't know. The towel's there. The towel doesn't even get any sweat on it, so it never really gets like dirty unless I drop it on the floor. Okay, it's 7:14. Yakking my dumbass brains out here. Okay, indoor walk. All right. Okay. All right. So, 2.7 speed, 0% incline, 0 weight, for 1 mile. That's what I like to do all the time. Again, how do you feel before, during, after? If you gotta lower the speed a little bit, lower the speed. If you got, you know what I mean? If you can't do a mile, do part as much as you can. Continually figuring out how you feel, you know, but still try to do it. Still try to do an exercise. Like, if you can do it, fucking do it. Okay, because trust me, my days off of working out, my illnesses feel like 5 times, 10 times, sometimes worse than I do when I work out. When I work out, my days go by so much smoother, illness-wise. Like, no joke. I mean, it's such a big difference to where I cannot not come in here. All right, a minute in. 2.7 speed. Shut up and move. Okay. Now see how I keep evaluating myself throughout this whole walk. Just see how I need to lower my INR, my blood thinness a little bit. So that's why I think that hemorrhoid was dumping so much blood, because for 2 weeks I was at 2.6, and as I told you many times, above 2.5 I start getting more blood everywhere. I even have blood on my nose. I have blood everywhere, and especially my bowels. Because I have correlated it many times to where when I get above about 2.6, throws me right out into a flare. Ulcerative colitis flare. But again, this doesn't feel like it. But no matter what's bleeding, it'll bleed more because my blood's too thin. Two beats. Everything feels pretty good and normal at this point, considering that alright. Right around where it should be, so your body will compensate, or try to compensate, for as long as it can, to keep your vitals as normal as possible, even with severe blood loss. So, in a lot of cases, the symptoms are real small and hard to pinpoint. Oxygen's a good one. So if you don't have the red blood cells to move the oxygen through your system, and if you've worked out consistently for years like I have, you should be able to sense the little variations of how your oxygen is. And I can feel mine taking a very slight dip here, but quarter mile. do the old fluid wash here. Clear the bugs and wipe the fluid. Trying to pop off, you bastard. Falling behind again, huh? 0.007 behind. Beats at about this time. Basically right on. 96 to 98, sorry. at .6, over half mile. Keep going. Kind of zoning out here. Thinking. Continually thinking on what I can do to fix my body. Three-quarters of a mile. Bates, we're right on target. 2 beats. .9, 3 minutes left. Left and 2 minute cool down. One mile. Round up to 23 minutes. Damn chipmunks scared the hell out of me. Brown squirrely. .5. Cool down. Now yes, I talked about the blood being more red or fresh, you know, from the bleeding. And yeah, it could be from blood coming from this part of my intestines, sure. but nothing feels right about this. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't feel like a typical flare would. And I've had a frick ton of them to where I know they were all pretty consistent, regardless on where it was. So, 0.9. So, I'm going to vary the weights today. I don't know exactly when I get started, but stuff like the chain pull, I think I'm going to stick with the normal, and possibly the face pull as well, but like the straight-legged deadlift, being that it engages my whole body, I might stick to light to moderate weight. So, just because it really strains your body, and if you've been bleeding at all, you don't really want to rip that shit really, really hard. Damn it. Ugh. Damn it. Alright, we're done. Eczema. Okay, shut up. Okay. Alright, how much juice you got here? Enough as a backup. Okay. Take a swig here. Well, yeah. Okay. Show you my walk, and again, along with the, the B vitamins, the iron, electrolytes. I said vitamin C as well. Like usually when you drink electrolyte stuff, a lot of them contain vitamin C, but take a little extra vitamin C because that helps free up iron in your body. So if you get iron in your body, it's not doing what iron stuff should. Apparently vitamin C fixes it. So, and you know it too. That's why they give you like vitamin or orange juice or any type of like fruit juice when you give blood, because it's not just like with the sugars in it. The sugars give you the extra boost energy, but it helps with your blood as well. But it's mainly like also the vitamin C. Orange juice is a big one. That's the reason why they do that. Anyways. Alright, show you my walk. There's my walk. It's about right on, like normal walk is pretty much. 143 active calories. 88 to like 92 beats is usually what I end up at. So, that's my walk Thursday. But, as I said before, when I was towards the end of my walk, your body will compensate as much as it can. So like if you have X amount of blood loss, your body will compensate as much as it can to hold its vitals as normal as it can for as long as it can, to keep you functioning, right? And then it'll start piddling off or dump hard or whatever, depending on how your system's acting. But yeah, so that's why there's always little subtle changes in everything your body does, or anything that in life is, period. But you really got to pay attention over and 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 over again. Every little flare, every little tweak and blop and bloop and blang in your body. There's always itty bitty little subtle changes where if you pick up on them, they can help you out. But again, there are times where your body just says, fuck you, and dumps itself. So, a massive stomach ache, stomach cramp right now. Alright, I'm gonna go take a piss and I'll be right back with back. Hopefully.